Hey guys, what's up? You're listening to Is This Thing On? Just wanted to make a brief little disclaimer before we get started with this episode. There is some mild profanity / strong language. So for that reason, this episode is going to be rated E for explicit. So if you are under the age of 18, do not listen to this episode. That being said, if you decide to listen to this episode and you are somewhat shocked by my potty mouth, I'm sorry, but that's what this disclaimer is for. Don't say I didn't warn you. It is your prerogative at the end of the day whether or not you choose to listen to this podcast episode. That is on you. That is the choice that you will consciously make. That being said, I will try my hardest to not swear on these episodes, and I think I've done a pretty good job up to this point. And I'm acknowledging that I'm human. It'll occasionally slip out. And so, yeah, just wanted to preface that so that my listeners that are new or that maybe just haven't heard my little potty mouth come out aren't completely shocked. Either way, I hope you enjoy this episode. I hope it makes you laugh. I hope it brings a smile on your face. I hope it reminds you that I'm human and I mess up and I have my moments and that I guess I'm funny. So, with that being said, enjoy this week's episode. Anyways, guys, I'm so glad y'all enjoyed last week's episode. You guys blew it up, and I'm thankful for that. And so I'm thankful for you guys. Anyways, we have Jacob and Javi back on the podcast by popular demand. And in addition, we have one of my really close high school best friends.
Hi.
And her name is, you want to introduce yourself?
Bree.
It's Bree. Bree, tell the story of how we became friends, because I feel like it's a complicated one, but it's also like a cute one. So
I think it was freshman year of high school that we met. And I saw this little white, short, curly-haired girl. And I was like, oh, she looks cool. Let me go say hi. And you said hi. I said hi. I feel like it wasn't that eventful, though.
No.
I feel it was just like a normal, like, hey, I like you. You seem cool. Let's be friends kind of thing.
Yeah, and I remember you were like, I don't know if you still are, but the one thing that stood out about Bree is that she's a huge Beatles fan.
Oh, yeah,
so
I love
remember
the Beatles.
she would always talk about the Beatles, and she always had the best music taste. You and other Bree always had.
Yeah, Portals. Yeah. So I think we just bonded, though.
Over music.
Yeah.
Over dance, too.
And we were both kind of weird.
We were.
So I think that kind of just sparked up a friendship.
It did. And then we had like a little bitchy little friend group, didn't we? At times.
I just ignored it. I think I just focused on school and I just like, whatever.
It happened. Whatever happened, happened. Like, we had our ups and downs. And actually, if you guys didn't know, Bree and Jacob are a couple. They've been dating for 5 years. Guys.
The secret's out.
The secret is out. Jacob didn't want to talk about it, but it's okay because I have Bree's consent now.
Oh, great.
So how did your love story happen, guys?
I started in 5th grade when I met Javi.
Wrong love story.
Oh.
Wrong love story.
And it was 7th grade.
It's 5th grade.
Wait, who wants to hold it?
Oh, I guess I will. Because,
I'm going to say it.
I'm going to say, well, first of all, I don't even know when it is. I thought it was, middle school. Apparently it's 5th grade. I think that's a lie. Okay, great. So you can name like a school. That's fantastic. But I want receipts.
The teeth, the book that Ryan had that we all bonded over.
I never spoke to Ryan. Here, tell your story.
Tell the story. Spill the tea.
How does it keep happening? What was the story?
Exactly, because it was middle school.
No, I met Javi in 5th grade. We were very young. We're some wee lads. And I'm pretty sure we just bonded over WWE because somebody had a wrestling book. And I met Javi in 5th grade. And then we had a project, I want to say, in 7th grade, where we went to Garza Elementary and we did like a music video. I remember it was Kanye West. And this guy, his name was...
It was over Katy Perry.
Ah!
I believe it was Katy Perry.
I thought it was E.T.
Exactly. That's like the main star of that is Katy Perry, E.T. Oh yeah, you know the song. If you don't, no, you don't.
Do you get copyrighted?
It's a podcast, so you don't get the copyrighted.
Ah.
Well, like from my knowledge, I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Like you might not get all that ad for revenue.
Let's see.
Let's see. I mean, this is a song clip, by the way.
I'm trying to be my AD in your Milky Way. I'm a legend, I'm irreverent, I'll be reverent, I'll be so far.
Well, yeah, that's the song, and there's a reason that you probably, I forgot about it. And this is Miss Perry. But yeah, that is the song that I'm not gonna throw your phone away. But yeah, that's that's the song that was in the project of the music video that I had with Jacob and this other guy named Rodrigo. Interesting guy. And it was for a math class. Here you go.
And Javi was freestyling all over the beat, talking about how math was important and it was from a whole nother planet and he was going to become smart because of it. And then...
So did you become smart because of it?
I got a good grade because of it, but that's because Mr. Fran liked me.
Oh, so it wasn't because of his creativity. It's because of your...
one of the guys got a 0. So...
Who got a 0?
Rodrigo. Yeah, he did. Yes. He got screwed over. I remember him being like, "Oh, did you guys not put my name on it?" I was like, "No, your name's on it." He's like, "Huh, got a 0."
Like, I know, like, he wasn't in the actual video.
Yeah.
But he was in, like, the fucking bloopers.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the only time he showed up was in the bloopers?
It's because he was also the cameraman of it.
I thought I was the cameraman.
From what I recall, he was a cameraman, and then you and I would share the time on the screen. Are you afterwards going to search the video? I don't think that's on a public YouTube. I think we just sent that to him. I think we would just have to email Mr. Fran, hunt him down, and be like, I need the video. I know that you have saved of these little kids. Sounds very weird. But yeah, that's when it all started. And then it all skyrocketed at James Nicky Rowe High School.
This is the picture.
For some fun things. Oh, now for the ones who are viewing it on the YouTube, I'm not gonna make you edit this in. I was gonna say.
It is Rodrigo. Oh, from high school.
If you guys want to search us up on Facebook,
Huh?
We don't even have a Facebook page.
It'll be uploaded to some social media.
Upload it somewhere.
And you'll find
It's
it.
on my YouTube, guys.
Brianna will describe it in detail for you.
Here, I'll describe it. So it was circa 2012 or 2010. So we got Rodrigo on a white Aeropostale shirt, Jacob making a peace sign like a real rapper, and a Hollister navy blue
Can
shirt.
you guys please make some
Javi.
mixtape and then I'll release this as the cover.
Basically repping like a really...
That's your
You got
man
that
right
buckle.
there, Bree.
A real big buckle right
Look at
there.
that buckle, man.
With a
That's some
light
hot
blue,
stuff.
I would like
That's
to
my
call
big
it
Jay-Z
sky
swag
blue Hollister shirt.
At the Garza Playground.
At the Garza Playground.
On the merry-go-round.
On the merry-go-round
Specifically.
That's where the magic happens.
by the library.
The mixtape is gonna be called The Wheels on the Bus.
And wow, y'all are some real gangsters.
But I want to know about how y'all came. Well, you guys already told me the story, but for the listeners out there, how did Bree and Jacob happen?
Saw this cute guy, was already with one guy.
Damn, I'm orange.
Apparently, Javi still looks orange in the picture.
Javi, what foundation were you using?
What is vitamin E?
Maybelline.
Like, what is it like the sun?
Vitamin
Vitamin D.
D. There you go.
Anyway, and since I was rudely interrupted
It's okay.
by a text message,
I'm sorry.
the way we met, how did we meet?
Oh, I was helping out at the drug shelter, and this lady came in full of heroin marks all up and down her sleeves, covered in needles, and I just knew she needed help.
So what's her name? You must be talking about the other one then, because I don't remember being covered in needles.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Brianna Vargas.
Not my name. That was Miss Katie just had to enter the chat.
So dramatic.
Okay, I guess long story short, I was with somebody, you were with somebody.
I was not.
Yes, you
I was
were.
not with anybody.
Okay, fine, you weren't with anybody, sure. You
I
know,
wasn't.
quote unquote.
Where is the title?
The title, okay, whatever. Anyway, I liked you.
Titles are detrimental.
Okay, we get it. Titles are detrimental. Anyway, so I was with somebody, and then I liked you, and for a while I thought your name was Franco, because you look like a Franco, and Miss Chavez shouted out Franco, and my head ass assumed his name is Franco.
Straight facts. No printing.
Hey, you're supposed to defend me.
Well, that concludes the end of that relationship.
Join us next week
Wow.
when Brianna's new boyfriend.
When I send him to couples therapy.
Hey, this can be like a really good clickbait then, so congratulations.
I'll wear my clickbait shirt.
There we go. We're the next David Dobrik.
I know.
My own person.
Yeah. But yeah, then
Okay.
I liked you, you liked me, and we got together.
It all started with a cup of coffee.
It all started with you stealing a cup of my coffee on our way to Laredo for a HOSA trip.
Conference.
HOSA conference that we were both competing in, because it makes a difference.
Explain to the listeners what HOSA is, because I know what it is, but what was it? It was like a medical thing,
Health
right?
Occupation Students of America.
Health Occupation Students of America, correct. You just won $1 million. And yeah, we were on that conference, and we liked each other enough. He liked me, I liked him, and it just all started from there.
It all started because I wanted some free coffee.
But you had the kahunas to like grab my coffee.
Explain how I stole your coffee.
You just took it, and I put
I
like
didn't mention a
There you
single
go,
word.
guys. If you want
Didn't
something
mention
bad
a
enough,
single
just
word.
take it.
no, I guess that's for those singles out there. If you want to get somebody's
Look how
attention,
you look at me.
just go ahead and
steal
just
their coffee.
steal their coffee
Like you stole my heart.
like you stole my heart.
And don't even acknowledge them.
Don't acknowledge it.
Don't make eye contact.
No eye contact.
Oh, he's over here looking at the legality. Wait a second. We have a full lawsuit.
You're saying
here.
we're encouraging psychopaths to just go for it.
Isn't love already crazy though?
Yeah, that's true.
Women appreciate confidence.
Oh, see?
there you go.
Say it again. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Women appreciate confidence.
There we go. So I guess that's where it all started.
Basically, if you're a bitch ass named Daniel,
Why are we outing people here?
Hey, his words, not mine.
once the name dropping started, I couldn't stop.
When did it start?
Okay, I'm gonna pass this on to you.
Well, guys, that was a brief, rough cut of their relationship.
There was like 2 months before dating.
2 months before dating. Give it 2 months, guys. Or if you're someone, just jump right into it. You know, you never know what the pool of possibilities
I had
could
to
bring
drop
you.
off like
yeah.
that thing.
Yeah, remember?
You had to drop something
thrown
off.
away, like, apparently.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we heading?
All right. Well, okay, fine. I'll fill up the missing holes. So I think it was like before Valentine's Day.
Go to the point where I got your phone number.
You got my phone number because I broke up with my ex-boyfriend.
Or I just wanted your number.
Okay, you wanted my number. You didn't know I was.
There's that confidence again.
If you want it, you take it.
Okay, so what happened was that I broke up with my ex-boyfriend 4 hours before you asked for my number. And yeah, the Kim that's not really Kim. And I was crying before, and then you giving me my number made me happy because I felt like, oh my gosh, somebody actually really does love me too.
I was wondering why those puppy dog eyes were there.
Because I was like, oh my gosh, I can get over this ex and go with this one too. And then that same night, you told me, because you confessed to me like 3 months later after that incident, that you went to the gas station, and because at the time when you stole my coffee, it was an Irish cream coffee. You went to the gas station, you made yourself an Irish cream.
No, I just took a picture.
You took a picture of an empty coffee cup with Irish cream.
It was just the Irish cream.
Oh, okay. Then it was just the Irish cream. And you're telling me like, oh, wow, like this is so good. When you lied because it was basically diabetes in a cup. That was basically my coffee, but you really wanted to get my attention.
He was the cream to your coffee.
He was the cream to my coffee.
Aww.
And at the time I was doing like a project for school, and it just made me very happy, and I was just all butterflies, you know, like those early like, oh my gosh, he likes me, like I'm sweating right now because of how much you like me. And then 2 days later we kept texting every single day consistently after that. And then it was, I think, the Friday before Valentine's Day where we were talking. And
because you had already been going to my house, remember?
yeah, I was already going to your house just to hang out.
We watched Boy Meets World.
We watched Boy Meets World.
We eat some popcorn.
We ate some popcorn.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Wait, no, but I'm talking before that, where you went to my house for like Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that was afterwards.
That was before.
No, because we had gone to my house several times.
But
Your house was February 14th.
your house was February 16th.
No, but you had been coming before consistently.
Yeah, but not to just eat popcorn.
Fight.
Why are you encouraging that?
Chanting in the back. Fight. It's not spelled a T anymore. It's fight.
It's been 5 years. Well, almost 5 years. Or almost 6 years. Anyway, anywho. So
I got invited to the movie night.
you got invited to the movie night, and my ex-boyfriend at the time was there with all my other friends, and you kept touching my hair and touching my shoulders and being flirty with
Yeah,
me.
you specifically told me not to do that.
I told you not to do that because I didn't want to hurt my ex-boyfriend's feelings that I already moved on with somebody else 2 days after I broke up with
I
him.
didn't give a fuck.
You didn't really. And then that same then Valentine's Day happened, and then you had Javi drop off a red bear in front of my house while I was gone. And I was with you at the time, I think. I was with you while he dropped off the bear. And then I come home, and my parents are freaking out thinking the bear's a bomb.
You have some geniuses over there.
Hey,
Racial profiling.
because they saw a strange guy drop something off and just leave it there.
And in the corner, too.
And in the corner.
There we go, ladies.
So they thought that the bear was a bomb and the candy was poison.
Too much confidence.
So they threw out the candy and they threw out the bear.
But if it's a bomb, why does a candy have to be fucking poisonous? Like, if I'm gonna kill you, like, the bomb is already set.
Maybe the bomb wasn't big enough and the candy was just like the cherry on top. Anywho, so that happened, and all I was left with was the box. I still have the box till this day, and it's full of my little nail polishes. So it's my nail polish holder now.
Oh.
Yeah. So that box is almost 6 years old. So if we had a child, it'd be the same age as that box probably. Oh wait, no, that's not how life works. Never mind. Wrong thing. But then after that, it was February 16th, and it was a Monday, and then I went to your house, and I thought we were going to study together. So I brought all my books, and then, because you said we were going to study. You promised me we were going to study.
Still use that excuse to this day.
Oh, yeah, you do. And you had some Sour Patch Kids that your girl at the time gave you for Valentine's Day. Well, then she is a girl, though.
Getting stuff from other bitches.
He
I would
was.
not call her a bitch.
She's not. She's really sweet. And so you had her bag and gave me the Sour Patch Kids that she got you.
You asked for some.
But you never
And
clarified.
you wanted some on your ice cream.
Because it was nice on my ice cream. And then after that,
Cookies and cream.
we were watching Boy Meets World, and then you brought out a blanket, and then it started from there. Should I elaborate more? Do you want to hit it off or like end it? I don't know.
You're trying to break up with me?
I wasn't trying to.
Well, tune in next week, guys.
This is the clickbait. This is the plot twist. We're keeping
Exactly.
your viewers on their toes.
I know.
Are they still together?
Are they still together? Are they not? What would be our pet name though?
Pet name?
Is it
6 years later, now you want to.
Now you want to think of a pet name?
is it
Jabba?
no? It would be either Jacob or Driana.
Giuliana?
It sounds like geriatrics to me.
And the other one fucking sounds like bacon.
Could be
I
breakup.
said Jabba.
No, like the first one.
Giuliana?
No, Jacob.
Bacon. It sounds like bacon.
Javi says it sounds like bacon. Jacob says it sounds like breakup.
Hey, bacon or breakup?
So I guess this is what it's leading to then.
Yeah, exactly. Bacon or breakup for next week.
So the point is, I kissed him, and then I said, I guess we're together then.
Aw.
But he trapped me though.
You had stipulations
Hey,
straight off the bat.
hey,
She laid down the law.
but you never made a move though.
Didn't want to.
I had to go to you. So I guess you like
Where's the
confidence.
confidence
I
now,
guess that's
huh?
the point. Confidence is key. I made the move.
No.
So do
No,
you,
no.
Do you think that 2020 now, do you think that a girl is in her right to make a move?
Oh yeah. I mean, if nothing's happening, go make something happen. Huh?
But do you think she should wait until she's being pursued by him first and then go for it?
I mean, you cannot.
Do whatever
I
you
mean,
want.
that too, but like you don't want to be too presumptuous too, because then like if you expect something and you don't get it in return, it's like a major disappointment. So it's that balance.
That's not what you said when I just wanted to stay friends.
I just knew you liked me. You gave me those signals
What signals?
that you liked me.
Oh,
The flirty eyes.
The flirty eyes, the stealing my coffee.
it's still Javi's coffee all the same.
But like not
Boy, I would
like.
smack your hand.
But I don't know. I mean, if you like something and you want to go get it, go get it. But like don't hurt anybody doing it either.
Exactly.
Like, there's also a fine line, and you gotta also think about like the people around you. Like, all right, if you do this action, how's it gonna affect you, and how's it gonna affect everybody else around you?
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, guys, we'll be back. We'll take a message from our brief sponsor.
Oh my. Sure. Hi. So if you haven't heard about Anchor before, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain why. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right now from your computer or phone. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, and it's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So this podcast, this episode is sponsored by Anchor, and just download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hey guys, we're back. Glad you enjoyed a message from our sponsor. Give it up for Bree because she recorded that message. First and last sponsor. Anyways, guys, we have another guest on here because I'm just full of surprises. So we have the wonderful Robert Diaz on here. Robert, I only know Robert because I went to elementary school with him for like a brief time. And Robert is really good friends with Jacob and Javi. As they claim. I don't know. We'll find out. Make it or break it next week. I don't know. But without further ado, here's Robert.
Talk about why you're still friends with us after all these years and the lack of
Oh, so I'm still friends with Javi and Jacob because there's actually
introducing for yourself.
no, she already did.
Oh, okay.
I'm still friends with Javi and Jacob because there's actually social science research that shows that if you make it past 2 years, then you're still going to be friends.
I thought it was 7 years.
I don't know. But Jacob has been my best friend on and off since I think the sophomore year of high school. There was a period in time in which Jacob and I would like fight, and we would be like a married couple, and we would have all kinds of spats. Javi, I don't know why the heck Javi's my friend because he's always just been mean to me.
Oh, a truth bomb.
But I don't know why, but I sometimes really enjoy Javi's presence.
Oh, sometimes.
And I think Javi...
So it's like a mother-in-law.
Javi is like a very fatherly figure in the sense that there have been
This is very Freudian.
very, authoritative. There have been like vulnerable parts in my life where I turn to Javi. I don't know why I do, but Javi's pretty reliable. And he's kind of like that old, like a Trump supporter's view of Trump, but he tells it like it is. Javi actually does. So yeah, I met them in high school sometime. I've been friends with them ever since. To be honest, I haven't seen them like in months because I've been super busy, and then I don't want to get COVID. So, and Jacob works at a pharmacy. So
I'm the cleanest one here.
I'm unemployed. I don't leave my house.
I'm the second cleanest one here.
I barely go to school.
Barely go.
but so it's really kind of, I don't know. So we've had a good relationship. I don't know how to classify it any other way. I do rely on them. I do hope to like go clubbing or go travel after COVID's done. That would be really fun because I'm still saving up tons of money for that. But yeah.
We have New York on the list.
Yeah, New York sounds like a really good spot, especially considering Alexis still lives there.
We can get those great deals on those hotels.
Yeah.
Like Surrender.
In theory, she would let us stay at her place. In reality, I don't know if that would be a real thing. But I do want to go to France because I just want to make use of my French. But I also hear that I'm probably not going to have a good time in Paris and it'll just be really expensive. So I don't know. I need to save up, and I really need kids to pass my EP exam so I can have tons of money. So if you're listening to this damn podcast, you need to pass. And also stop listening.
Yeah. Javi, would you like to add to that? You always have something to say, Javi.
Is that like a sassy remark? Like I'm this sort of how do I?
Javi, you keep this podcast alive.
Oh, okay. I'm
You're
the
the comedic relief.
comedic relief. Well,
You need a laugh track.
what I have heard in the past that in Robert's and I, whole friendship, I've been told that it's more like a rash. It's always there. You add cream, and it never
it's
leaves.
Irrational.
There you go. You heard it here first. Irrational. If that's true or not, and it's like, and then afterwards, like with this whole like father figure thing, that's out of like out of the fucking ballpark. Might have some actual truth, daddy issues. Interesting. Some actual fucking truth to it. But who knows? And then with Jacob over here.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I am drunk.
Well, our host is somehow drunk with not having alcohol in her system. Who knows?
Placebo drug.
A placebo that was coffee.
Yeah.
And Chinese food.
It's okay. I need a little bit.
Yeah.
I would characterize our friendship not as a rash.
You actually have it in the past.
I have characterized that as a rash?
I think I mentioned it.
Okay, that sounds like something I would say and forget about. Okay, then I definitely would characterize our friendship as a rash if that's something I had said.
Now,
in the
like
past.
evolved, how would you say it?
I mean, I can't confirm or deny this statement because I don't remember it.
Sure, of course.
Yeah. But I think Javi's like very, I don't know. I would say that he and I have had contentious relationships, but Jacob and I as well. But I think that they are like friendships that will probably last. Do I understand it? No. Why do I have relationships with these people? I have no idea. But in a sad roundabout way, these are the longest relationships that I have outside of my mother and dad. So that's very weird. And my sister too.
You don't have a choice, though? Can they just admit
Oh yeah, they don't have a
too
choice.
late for adoption?
Jacob, would you like to add your commentary about
About
you and Robert's romance?
Well, your other
Romance.
lover.
Romance. I'm sorry.
If you want to make it like an official,
no homo.
like romance.
Like,
I agree with Robert. It's been a great friendship. We've had our ups and downs and our arguments. But I agree, probably going to maintain a lifelong friendship with him, given that it's lasted longer than 7 years.
I thought it was 2 years.
I'm pretty sure it's 7 years.
so is Robert gonna be the godfather to y'all's children?
Speaking of that, since like they don't want to actually say anything or not right now.
I'm not convinced Bree can have children. I'm not convinced she's a baby.
So the optometry.
So you're grooming her is what I'm hearing.
To have kids.
I've been grooming all y'all. You don't even
In a PJ matter, one of the downs that Jacob and Robert had was a summer, right? And guess what? I was treated like a child of divorce. I had to see Dad 1, Robert, and then Dad Jacob every other day, not putting it together, having to hear them complain about each other. It was an interesting summer.
And how did you feel when that was resolved?
Actually,
Or did you?
it was better for me, like, because I had more days like of things like to do. Right? One's taking me afterwards like to play basketball. One is then afterwards. One is like taking me to ice cream because he's like, wow, I want to play basketball. Fuck that one. Like, let's go get ice cream.
Can we add the context as well, Javi? Because I think we need to add the context. And part of the context was that Jacob was also ditching me in part because he was pursuing someone as well. Another.
Who was I pursuing?
Who were you pursuing?
That's not really.
Can I name names on this? Well, okay.
You're pursuing. You don't have to. We could just
That's
use
not
like
really
a
Kim.
pseudonym.
Well, he was pursuing Elizabeth.
Okay.
That sounds good. But he was pursuing someone else.
What?
It's Taylor, Brianna.
Guess who won?
So that was part of the divide, because Robert was not, I don't know, I referred to myself in the third person, but I did. I was not friends with that person at that time. I don't know why, but I think looking back, and this is what I think a lot of people need to look back in retrospect and evaluate their lives. And being a teacher has changed me. No, it hasn't. But I do think that I was a little dramatic. And I think I would apologize for that episode if I could time travel. But I'm not going to apologize for it now because it's gone too long.
So he said, "F the apology." Give me my money back.
I thought the up and down you were going to talk about, Javi, was that time at Whataburger. And you were really drunk. And I thought that was the...
Oh, go ahead.
Robert, would you like to tell that story?
So that also involves...
story.
Okay.
Because I did not drink at this point. But at this time, that was an interesting story with Javi. And so now that I'm reminiscing about this, that was a summer when I was still in college, right? And I came back.
First summer back.
No, it wasn't my first summer back.
It was a pool party.
Yes, it was a pool party.
It doesn't matter if it's the time frame.
Okay, it was...
The actual events.
I was back for a summer. It was at a pool party with one of our friends.
Elizabeth, actually.
There we go. Liz, if you're listening to this.
But Jacob was no longer pursuing Elizabeth because Elizabeth...
Oh, snap. Were y'all on a break?
No, but
Well,
you better not pursue anybody when he's with me.
Go on.
Anyways, Javi had this weird,
Obliterated at this party.
weird, contentious friendship with this other girl named Priscilla. Okay, Priscilla.
Random name.
He had this weird, contentious friendship with Priscilla. Or not contentious. I don't know why I keep using that word. He had this weird relationship with Priscilla where I suspect he had feelings for her, but I don't know. Javi claims not to have feelings at all. Anyways, Javi confessed his feelings for this woman.
I did not.
Okay, what
that
actually
actually-
happened? 'Cause I
Okay.
don't remember.
So in my eyes, what happened that night? It was a group of friends of us.
Oh my God.
Were there not a group of people there? Is that somehow a lie that there was more than one person there? Anyways,
Pitching it though like you're gonna sell insurance.
I'm selling them love.
Hobby, 50% or more. Say 15% or more. Our next sponsor is going to be Hobby or Geico or both.
I am Geico. I am like the little like lizard.
Anyways.
Anyway, so there was a group of us at Elizabeth's house because she had an actual pool, right? So we were all there drinking, right, chilling, and then after that, we were all drunk, of course, as people get. Then Robert and I go get some McDonald's like for the group, and then on our way back, we're all drinking, and then Elizabeth asked for fries, but she's really drunk at this point. Priscilla, I am so sorry. Priscilla, there's so many like see, this is why I use the Kim with Kim, because it was like two things so I could like remember, because I have to say it twice. Anyways, Priscilla. Priscilla was not really Priscilla.
Priscilla Presley.
Yeah, so then like, she wanted fries and she was also drunk. So the whole thing is that I told Robert and Jacob, hey, don't give her any more alcohol. I have never asked you for anything in my life.
That's what you asked of me. You asked Robert something else.
I thought it was the same thing. Anyway, yeah, so then I just asked Jacob that. And they went in this whole dramatic round. I was like, what? You've never asked me for anything?
We're going to have to run. Sprinklers are turning on.
Yeah, but not on our side.
You asked Robert for what?
Oh, I don't... What? Oh, guys, I'm gonna make a pause. It's water flake resistant. It's fine. We'll be right back.
Were the cows in my boiling water?
Sorry for the break, guys. So we were sitting like at a park, and the water came on, and everyone got wet, and they just ran. Anyways, that is a P word. Anyways, so we were at Elizabeth's house. We were all drinking, right? And then for Robert and I to go get food, some fries and stuff, right? And then Priscilla asked for some fries, right? So then I handed over to her, and she falls, like reaching for the fries. And then at this point, that's when I tell like the guys, hey, don't give her like any more alcohol. I have never asked you for anything in my life. Yeah. And they went all dramatic over that, right?
Okay, that's not exactly what happened.
You did not go fucking like dramatic?
What about Alexandria?
Okay, so this is a classic straw man argument.
This was this year.
Because what had happened was, well, first of all, I didn't drink at all at this event.
You didn't. You
No.
were sober.
So I remember clearly. Javi does not remember clearly. But
Inebriated.
yes,
He was
was
giving financial advice.
Yeah, and he didn't listen. And fucking look at his company now.
True.
what happened to his company?
I've never heard of it.
Okay.
Like, ever since.
So Priscilla's racist boyfriend.
We don't know if he's racist.
Come on.
He just voted for someone who says like racial things and does very not nice things. You can't blame them for who they vote. You can blame them for if they vote like again.
If we time traveled her boyfriend to the civil rights movement, that guy would hate Martin Luther King.
Yes, but he's like your very, like redneck collar like white guy. It's in his blood.
Okay, I feel you know what?
We're getting off on topic.
I am all for Javi's civility, and I embrace political civility.
No, you don't.
I do in the classroom.
You insert
Because you're getting paid to. Anyway.
Oh, no, I don't. But
Like, you're not for getting paid?
Huh?
What?
Oh, I don't think I'm the best at
obviously
instilling political civility. Okay.
Go on with the normal.
So back to the normal podcast, because the regular scheduled podcast. So Javi was super inebriated.
Allegedly.
I'm keeping this politically correct, and Javi was super dramatic and was imploring both Jacob and myself. I've never asked you for anything in my life before, when this guy has asked me for so many things.
Like what?
I can't think of them now, but
because they're not true. I never. Okay, how dare I want them to both like have sex and have like an orgasm? That's very selfish of me.
Are we gonna edit this part out?
Nope.
We have nothing to do with
We didn't use a euphemism.
We're doing it like.
Okay, so essentially what Javi, was proselytizing at this event was, I've never asked you for anything in my life before. Please don't give her alcohol. What's her name that we're going by? Priscilla.
Priscilla, yes. Because of the fact that she fell while sitting on a chair, reaching for fries. At that point, you are very gone.
No.
Any rational person would say the exact same thing. It's just that y'all were going all dramatic because y'all thought
the limit.
that I liked her. Yes.
No, well, see, Javi was very protective of Priscilla throughout the night.
Bitch fell on her face.
Bitch fell on her face.
I think Jacob can add context to this because I'm struggling to remember.
Because I'm right.
Okay, the context was we were drinking at this party and Javi had well too many shots under his belt. And his friend, who was a party animal, Priscilla, was well within her right to drink as much as she wanted. But Javi was being very protective and insisted we stop giving her alcohol. As a fatherly figure would.
I can be your father. It's her father figure.
But then again, that's kind of weird. If I liked her, allegedly, and I'm her father figure, that's kind of weird.
Not according to Freud.
Again, I'm not going off of fucking psychology.
Daddy, so.
That's a different ordeal.
Ordeal?
How is that not?
Explain.
Can I please, let me just tell the listeners.
We're from Call Her Daddy. If you're listening to this, we love you.
Let me just,
Again, we is a lot of people. I love you.
Thank you, Brianna. That's a lot of it.
Never mind. Go on.
Javi, this is exactly what Javi does. He tries to parse the language.
Fucking debates, yeah.
To make things really kind of difficult to. That was creepy. Why was I scared by a Nissan? But I was.
And a Santa Claus looking like old man.
So Javi definitely tries to parse the language, and he tries to get us caught in these semantic debates about the meaning of words to avoid the real thing. So the real question we have is, do you like this person? And you are obviously protective of this person. That is a behavior that Jacob and I both observed because you like this person. So do you like this person, yes or no? And then now you're not going to have a yes or no answer to this. You're going to have this long soliloquy to avoid saying yes or no.
Oh, soliloquy. That's a nice.
Well, sir, if you chimed into the last podcast, I actually had some few words on this topic.
Okay, but I want one. I want yes or no.
We live in a world where we don't get what we want.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Yes or no. Thank you.
At the time or right now?
Sir, no.
See, now we're getting into.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you help me answer. I'll answer both. Okay.
Yes.
At the moment, no. Then no.
That's not true.
So because I give you an answer you don't like it's a lie.
Then why couldn't you just give me the no answer?
Because again, you would have said the exact same thing you are afterwards saying now that it's a lie.
Okay.
Okay. Well, after all that happened, right? The three of us went to Whataburger. I asked, for a meal, whatever, and then afterwards, the waitress asked, would I like to donate? And then I thought, and then I said with the sassy tone, very how would I describe this?
Oh hell yeah! I want to donate. Yeah.
That sounds like
freaking Taylor Swift.
No, I said it
You were
I said it like this.
You know what?
I'm feeling extra special. I will donate.
And
then
$1.
Because that's all they asked.
Really?
And it's a fast food
Really
chain.
helped feed the fucking orphans.
I'm not. Hey, there are commercials that say, "With a penny a day, I can feed someone." I'm feeding them for 3 months. Right here. What have you done?
That's a good question.
Exactly.
Oh, you want me to answer that question?
It's a rhetorical one. But anyways, this whole ordeal is just that they thought that I liked her. I didn't. It was just the idea of her, like I said in the last podcast.
That you liked.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
That you liked.
That I didn't like her. I liked the idea of her.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't actually her.
See how he's parsing the semantics?
Because it's how I feel.
And it's the semantic debate. But like, let's not be politically correct on this podcast. Let's just say, call a spade a spade. He liked her, and he was protective over her in that instance.
I mean, we kind of already called out the guy that did me wrong on this podcast. Thanks
What are
to
you talking about?
thanks to
What's his name?
Spill the tea.
Daniel.
Spill the
If you're listening to this, because I know you are,
Dun, dun,
you
dun.
broke my heart.
And what did Daniel do?
He broke my heart.
She just said it.
But specific.
Oh.
He led me on emotionally for about 2 years. I can't keep track. I finally dropped his toxic ass like 2 days ago. So I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling refined. Boys, hit me up.
I feel like this podcast is
Link
pretty
your Instagram.
therapeutic for you, isn't it?
It really is.
Is.
Slide into the DMs, guys.
Slide into the DMs. I know 52% of you listen to this, so take
Wait,
notes.
If they
50% of what?
if they listen,
My
to it-
demographics.
I was like,
52% of the podcast analytics is males, and the other 48% is females.
or
Oh, wow.
what if
Yeah.
they have like a guy friend?
I mean, that's true.
Exactly.
Girls
True.
find the guy first.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else?
What else from there? Oh God, we have spiraled on to drunken charity to me apparently like liking people to now
What
about you,
ups and downs
Robert?
of friendships.
ups and downs
What
of
about
friendships.
Sheila and Brianna's ups and downs in their friendships?
We should let them talk about this, not me.
Box right now?
What?
A Pandora's box
We brought up
is
Robert's
is like
and Javi's
lovely.
history.
Oh.
I never had any bad beef like, with y'all.
Yes, we can.
Shh, trying to help you.
Was it 2 years ago? Yeah.
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 Yes, Robert.
Okay.
Like your hand, like his rhythms. Like if you're in school and you want to say something.
Talk about Chip.
Do you?
I'm not actually interested in saying something. I just
Oh,
want
'cause-
to like reiterate that I think, wow, I really should have came with like coffee to this because like I'm struggling to think and remember this time. But I just want to reiterate that Javi was overly protective of this girl and he did not admit feelings for this person. So I am drawn to the conclusion that Javi is emotionally unavailable and emotionally
What do you think that
stunted
is?
in some ways.
That was Daniel,
so
too.
that's probably why I associate him so much with my dad.
Oh, my dad too.
Trino. Huh.
No, I'm kidding. My dad is actually very emotionally available.
I'm gonna ask him.
But Javi is an interesting character that I feel like does not prioritize a lot of his needs or wants. I also think that Jacob and I have historically as friends, like kind of have like not delved too deep into Javi's love life until like the latter part of our friendship where we just kind of harass him to like somebody.
I'm very open. Like
but-
if you just
wait,
ask, I will answer.
Wait, I'm theorizing here. I think the reason that we
love
do
Perky.
that, I think the reason why we do that is because we
I remember the perky
secretly,
boobs part. But I don't know.
Perky.
Yeah, no, but the face is like who I don't know.
Oh, I don't remember her face. I just remember her boobs.
So do I. That's why.
All respect. I just remembered her personality.
Well, if her name was Perky Boobs.
I called her perky personality.
I-
Oh,
Oh, what's wrong
I
with
just
you?
Brianna.
Robert has
And
something
the
to say.
Yes, Robert.
but I think that Jacob and I, that is our like way to like dig at the emotionally unavailable Javi's core. Because for the majority of our friendship, I would say that Javi was just like the observer of our own problems and just allowing us to bounce off our angsty teenage problems on his outer emotionally unavailable
It
shell.
wasn't just like the teenagers.
Oh yeah, that was the 20s too. And I'm 23.
Such a young lad.
It's only going downhill
It's-
from there.
It's only going downhill. But that's all I have to say with Javi. That he's, yeah. So those are my theories for why I harass him.
What am I doing?
Theories. Well, I guess I can't comment on myself really, or anything else. Eva, since you have now like known me for let's say what, like a month now,
Yeah.
add to that, or if you can.
Let's see. Javi,
Why don't you just get like on the bed?
he's scrumptious. You, I
That's not the first word that comes up to mind.
don't
Is
think,
that like a scrunchie like mixed with the what?
I don't know.
Moist and like cinnamon or something?
I don't know. I saw it on TikTok. It's like the gabagoo thing.
Ah, the gabagoo.
Why do I feel like this is racism?
No, I mean, from knowing you for about a month now, I would say I don't know you at the depth that they do, obviously. I don't know if you're emotionally unavailable. Like, maybe give me like 3 to 6 months, to like calculate that. But you're very reserved. I'll say that. Like you're reserved, and I think. Speaking of the last podcast. You're reserved, but I think that once you're comfortable with people, like you kind of like you make the jokes, you make the banter, your personality comes out, your sassiness comes out, like, and I think that's what happened right now with this whole like, no, Robert, this is what actually happened, and Robert's like over here in the corner. No, this actually happened. If you could only just admit that you had a crush on so and so, like,
And why does he have like the higher voice? I think I do. Anyway,
what higher voice? I don't know, guys. Tune in if you want us to find Javi a girlfriend. Ladies, throw it out there. He's single. He's ready to mingle.
Well, I would hope like that I am, like, if you are gonna like look one for me, because that'd be like fucked up, like if I wasn't like single.
I really want. My life is like not predicated on like making Javi like happy or giving him like nice things. It's predicated on finding him a girlfriend. Like, that is my.
So then, think you have failed then.
Mission.
Can y'all find me a boyfriend then?
I mean, do you want to put in the podcast? Eva wants a boyfriend as well. We could try, but I think the thing that makes the pandemic so hard is like it's really gross to be like
around people.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they could have COVID, but also like people too that are still like clubbing right now.
Would you like sexually? Like, is that what you're saying?
They're kind of desperate. The ones that are clubbing.
They'll hump anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it that way, but I mean, yeah.
How would you put it?
I wouldn't know because I haven't gone.
Oh, I thought that.
But I've actually had friends that have gone clubbing right now, so that shows you the quality of friends that I have. Not these two, but like I'm thinking of some other friends. Which is pretty gross. But I think it's fun to find people. I think it's also very sad that we're so young and we have to like keep so apart for so long.
You're the one that doesn't reach out to us.
I'm kidding, because I'm always busy. Bro, I'm trying to like...
It must be so hard being a high school teacher.
It's Thanksgiving break then.
In the middle of a pandemic.
But I have to study for the there's like I haven't started, but I have to study for it.
It's been going on for 6 years now. Think about that LSAT. You're either going to fucking take it, or not. Make up your mind.
I haven't started. Okay, so this is a thing that my friends don't realize.
I don't realize. Here we go.
Because, okay.
It's the fucking like elitist like in him.
Because none of us are graduate school.
Okay, so what I think is like my friends think that my job is like an 8 to 4, and it could be if I was a horrible teacher that wanted to get fired. But in addition to that, they actually don't realize I actually put in a lot of extra work because I'm really, really trying. Like, part of me secretly hopes I'm Teacher of the Year. Is that going to happen? No. But I have won teacher awards, I will say, and my scores were pretty hella fire from the kids that I taught in AP World History, so much so that now I'm teaching 3 subjects. Well, actually, kind of 4 technically, but that one doesn't really count.
Weird flex, but okay.
But
If flex is a flex, just let him flex.
A weird one is still a weird one.
But I really do like enjoy my job insofar as like it's like a puzzle. I find it to teach like very difficult concepts to kids that don't like to read, because I do have like an AP for all school, so it is like very trying. Anyways, my friends think I am readily available all the time when I am not. I am actually very stunted or not stunted. I'm very limited. I don't know why I was using stunted. It's because I was thinking of Javi's emotional void. I'm very limited in terms of free time, especially in a freaking pandemic. Why do I want to drive around with these people in a pandemic aimlessly? No.
Use FaceTime.
Be COVID safe, people. Yeah, we could use FaceTime. That is true. I would be down to run with them, though, if they ever wanted to.
I'll run with you.
when they can come. Let's go run, guys. Let's go run right now.
One's in boots.
I run around my neighborhood.
I don't want to run around your neighborhood.
You live in the same neighborhood.
No, but I want to run. Like, have you gone to the park by like Sanchez? You know, there's a baseball park. No, you're just nodding your head.
I've never been to it.
Let's go.
Anyways, because park talk is fascinating.
Like, why
We're not a park talking. What's the difference?
Huh?
We're not a park talking. What's the difference?
No, but you're talking about a park.
Oh, park talk.
That's if you're like...
Bitch, you were just talking about sprinklers like 30 seconds ago.
I was explaining why we stopped. Jacob, right here, dude. Thank you,
I
Brianna.
didn't get what you were saying.
Anyways, I do fucking realize like that you are fucking busy. I had hoped you make fucking videos. I understand like the work that you try to put in, and this is also like your fault because you went like into the job thinking this is the easiest thing ever. It's gonna be so easy. Like I'm just gonna walk in, get paid, and leave.
I will say this, and can I just say this? A part of me... Yeah, my boss is probably listening to this now. A part of me...
Say off the record, so she can't hold it against you.
That doesn't work in this situation. It doesn't work to say off the record and have it be on the record, Jacob. Part of my so when I went into being an AP World History teacher, I didn't plan on being a good one. Like I really wanted to like make it a year and then just go to law school afterwards. Then it wasn't so much that I didn't like I could have taken an easy route is what I'm saying, because it's very easy just to take like district resources, PowerPoints, all that good stuff. But you really do like come to like some aspects of your job. Like I really do like the students, and like you come to enjoy them and want to be a good teacher. And I felt like I couldn't be a bad teacher, and I always had to be a little wacky and still stay true to like being intellectually engaged in the subject. And so I feel like I'm a better teacher now, and I enjoy trying to be a good teacher because you do work for an audience every day. It's like 100 kids. It's hard.
Yeah, kids, listen to this podcast.
Yeah, so it's difficult. And so, in summary, I don't donate to freaking Whataburger like Javi, but I do donate my time to the poor children. No, I'm kidding. But I do donate my time. So I do like my job. I do complain about my job, but unfortunately my job is like 90% of my life. And I'm okay with it because I like my subject. I like diving deep into it.
Diving deep.
What was the point of the conversation?
I don't know.
I don't know, but
There was no point.
No, the point was that he said that afterwards, like you don't like hang out with us, and then you said, oh, like it's because my friends think that I have all this like free time, and then I said I understand, like they're like busy, and then afterwards like you went on about how you like your job, and then what I was gonna say right now, it's not that you just like your job, it's every single human being has an aspect, because it's like the final episode like of The Office, like in the final scene where I forgot like who says it. It's like it's basic. Okay, never mind.
No.
Fine, just
It's
say
been
it.
like 30 years.
It's been out for years.
Fine.
It's not-
I have Netflix. I'll watch it. Okay.
It's
Actually,
off of Netflix now.
And it'll be
we
gone.
don't.
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
It's almost out.
Yeah, it's almost out.
You gotta
It's
get
like by like the
NBC
end of the year,
subscription.
because then it's going to Peacock
A quick plug for NBC Peacock.
and Peacock. Yeah,
Oh, I have Peacock.
there you go.
There we go.
But I'll just basically like summarize what it says. It's basically that every single human being finds a place and people, and they create it, and they like make a home out of it. They try to find the good things, the bad things. They fight. They have the mom figure, the dad figure, the brother, everything, and they just try to see the light in every single like situation. And that's what I was trying to make an example of his job and the aspects that he likes.
Yes, I agree. I think your job definitely does become a part of your identity after a while. And I definitely did run wild with it. And I think like my friends know I'm not like, well, no, I am actually a very emotional person, but it's like more self-centered. But I think that this job has, in a roundabout way, it hasn't like curbed my self-centeredness, because in some sense I still want validation in the form of like, dang, Mr. Diaz is a good teacher.
And you have like an audience every single hour of the day.
Yes. and I still want all those like Taylor Swift awards. But in this grander scheme of things, like
You'll get it.
compared to like my previous aspirations were like, I hope I really work and become like, I don't know, a war crimes prosecutor or something crazy. Like, I think it's like, it shows that in some sense your job humbles you, in some sense.
Interesting point. Now, I would like to include the other members. Brianna, how does the future career job like humble you? Like if it does.
If you guys didn't know, Brianna's in optometry school, so she is gonna be checking out those pupils.
I thought she was an OBGYN.
Oh my god.
What the heck? No,
One's a hole, like one's an eye.
I mean, yeah, they're both holes, I guess. Here we go.
Softer than the other.
How does your what did you say?
Oh, because he was saying how your job like humbles you and it also helps you and it's like a part of you and it's sort of like identity way. So then I asked her if her future job career does that, and if not, how would she like adapt to it? Like if she even wants to.
If I even want to adapt to my own job.
No. Like have it be like a part of you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's something that I didn't expect that I was going to be. If you asked me like 5 years ago if I wanted to be an optometrist, I wouldn't have considered it. But I guess the reason why I considered it and liked it is because it was something that fit my lifestyle. So I guess to answer your question, like, school has humbled me. And I feel like that's going to be part, because if you're a doctor, you're a forever student. You're never going to stop learning. There's always... What?
You're not going to be like a doctor.
What are you saying?
I said not me.
Oh, yeah, not you.
Because you're not going to be like a doctor or have a PhD or...
You don't know that yet.
Or like doctorates.
We don't know that. Maybe Dr.
At the current
Jacob
moment,
Dr.
that's not what you're
Dominguez.
going after. It's just like a master's.
Robert wants to say something. Go ahead.
Barack Obama spent 5 years before he actually went to Harvard Law School. So I'm just saying, Jacob...
You are comparing
You know
yourself?
what? Same here.
I'm comparing
I still want
Jacob.
Okay.
And I want a PhD, so it'll happen.
Not everything is self-centered, but also, if you want to make the comparison, Javi, you can make the
wasn't.
comparison.
I was
Ooh,
not.
it's getting spicy.
Anyways, go back to Brianna.
Thing.
I thought he
The
was,
humbleness.
I thought he was gonna say that. He correct.
What were you going to say?
No, I'm talking to him.
Oh, well, you're not going to talk to me? Okay,
You're
fine,
on the
whatever.
podcast.
Anyway.
Someone needs to talk.
Anyway.
I thought he was gonna say
So,
that correctly, saying
what
that
I
he
thought
was
with
correct.
optometry, I don't know. Like, it's humbled me. I've had a lot of mental breakdowns this past year because I didn't realize how hard it was going. I knew it was going to be hard, but it's definitely different from undergrad, so it's definitely humbled me. And then it kind of like saddens me that in my demo, in where I'm at, not a lot of people are considerate of like the Hispanic community over there. Like they,
Woo, represent.
yeah, woohoo. Yeah, because
956 cut.
because there's been incidents that we've had
But
patients
like in his culture,
where,
how he raised
where there's a lot of clinicians, well, not clinicians, a lot of the third years who are seeing patients that are passing on the Spanish-speaking patients to somebody else because they don't want to deal with it. And so we got an email one day saying that please do not let your Spanish-speaking patients sit for 5 hours in the lobby if you can't speak to them. There's Google Translate. You can, take a few minutes and just learn, hi, how are you, in Spanish. So there's no reason why to just deflect on or just let other minorities go if you can't understand the language. I don't understand French or Chinese, but I'm going to try my damn best to treat them because that's what human beings do.
I said all three, like 1, 2, 3.
So
Okay. So
that's humbled me because it's made me appreciative of my culture and what I come from. So does that answer your question, Javi?
I think it does.
Okay, cool.
What the fuck? I almost
And while I was speaking, rock, paper, scissors was playing, so thanks, guys.
You're not talking to us. You're talking to the
It
audience.
was a little distracting.
Robert wants to add something.
I just want to add, I think Brianna will make a great, what's it called?
Oh my god.
Optometrist. I was going to say orthodontist.
Wow,
okay.
the lines. Like you don't even know what it is.
You could say that Brianna's experience in all this was eye-awakening. But
I was gonna say
Yeah, it's
okay.
eye-opening.
Okay,
Awakening shoes.
I will also say that I agree with Brianna's saying that as a doctor, she feels like she should never stop learning. And that is admirable to hear. I reaffirm.
Good for you.
I concur with the statements.
I feel like this is like a resolution that we're gonna sign off on. I co-sign. I co-sign this
You would
statement.
fail this like right now. Like if you were fucking like grading this, like by how bad you're doing. Like in your
Like as an oral presentation?
Oh, in my
yes.
podcast?
No. Like in your resolution part.
Oh, I have YouTube channels, and I do stutter. Or YouTube videos. I do stutter in the YouTube videos because I don't edit them.
Wow.
Like I just record them all at once because I'm tired and broke.
What
But
does money thing have to do with something? I was doing it for free.
Javi would do them, which is very nice. But then also like in terms of like return, like I really didn't need to spend like so much time on like so many minute details. So yeah. But I've learned how to like mass produce them pretty well. Anyways, I just wanted to affirm and stamp that Brianna's amazing. But no, I'm kidding. There's no but to it. Okay, I'm good. Anybody else want to add anything?
Did anyone else want to say any more commentary? Should we save it?
What do you mean? I've already said my thing in the podcast.
No, I mean, but you can have anything else, a final comment, a hot take, word of the day, wisdom. If you want to.
You know, you remind me like of my old professor because he always asks our class, "Can you please send me some words of wisdom so I can share it to the rest of the class?" That is who you remind me of right now. I admire that too.
You mentioned the intro relationship and your optometry experience. Anything else?
With optometry or just in
We can
general?
always do a part 2. Brianna can always come back on it.
Hey, oh yeah, if you guys.
And then think of something if you want to add to it.
Okay, I guess we'll pause. All
We'll be
right.
right back, guys.
We'll be right back.
And now, guys, we're back with some closing words, and I believe Robert had some closing statements. So,
But he was going last, though.
Okay, so
Fine.
just I guess some general advice from Richard Nixon.
Mr. the water tape scandal,
Watergate.
scandal.
Yeah, close.
Not entirely wrong.
I actually had.
So there was a water scandal.
Yeah. I had fallen in love in front of the Watergate Hotel, but that's another story. So, Sarah. I'm kidding. Oh, I forgot to use a pseudonym. But anyways, so yeah, she's definitely gonna hunt this down.
Take the syrup with the Z. There you
Zara.
go.
Yara Shahidi actually has a Vogue 73 questions video that I gotta watch. I really like Yara. Anyways, so as Richard Nixon said, never be petty. Don't hate other. I'm paraphrasing now because I forgot the quote. Don't hate others. They may hate you, but they don't win unless you hate them. And then you destroy yourself. Which is ironic because Richard Nixon destroyed himself for hating others. Also, an interesting part, just like some political commentary. Y'all, the president is going to try to self-pardon himself. Like, that's pretty ridiculous as well. And he pardoned Michael Flynn. And he's going to need to pardon his whole family because they're going to get indicted.
You heard it here first, folks.
They're going to get indicted.
They're gonna get indicted. They're gonna get indicted. That was your one political, teeny weeny.
Political ad.
Anyone else want to add any commentary to
Add something.
Yes.
Okay, so to my fellow youngsters out there, I guess whatever your dream is, never give up. I don't know. We're under the stars. It's a nice, beautiful night, so might as well say something like that. Just keep going with whatever you want. If it's not hurting yourself, not hurting others, you'll do great. And if you needed to hear this, you're going to be fine.
This is your sign.
This is your sign that you're going to be fine.
You're gonna be okay.
And you're going to be okay. And life will, the world will keep turning. And you will be fine. Excuse me?
Jacob, anything that you would want to add?
I'm fine.
You're fine?
Well, it's because I told you, you're going to be fine.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Listen to Brianna.
Reassurance.
Oh my God.
validation.
Always right.
I am.
That's what makes a relationship go round.
How he
Happy
has a
wife,
longer running
happy
relationship
life.
than me, I don't fucking know.
Oh, it's very simple. It's very simple.
Anything else?
I guess I'll just say this: when we hit our lowest, we are like open, to the biggest amount of change.
When was your lowest? Was it the Whataburger?
Donating money is my lowest. Okay. I guess, yeah, sure.
Remember, let's circle back to the quote that Robert paraphrased about not being petty.
But it's who he is in his nature.
Yeah. I'm very petty, and also Richard Nixon didn't follow his own advice, so I'm not gonna follow his advice if he didn't follow his own advice.
Or you are gonna follow the actual advice of not following this.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Anyways.
follow Richard Nixon's example.
So Javi, welcome to your tape, I guess.
Like my suit. Wait, what?
Your tape. No, not that kind of tape. No. It's a 13 Reasons Why reference. Anyways,
That's why I was like, huh. I
guys,
didn't know if that was happening.
thank you all for listening to this this shit show. Is that a shit show?
It's not. I feel like
Self.
people are gonna have fun listening to us.
Yes, but
If-
like defecating.
We're defecating this with love.
There's
Self-deprecating
difference.
is key.
Yes.
Self-deprecation is key.
Yeah, it is.
think
Like every
it's
single.
Difference in perspectives is key too. I think we all have different ideas and we kind of just bounce it off each other, don't we? Or am I just, living
you're
in my own
right.
world?
You're right. You're right.
I
So,
think
We have to
Brianna's absolutely right, but I also think the podcast
Oh, I
it
knew
would
there was a
help
but.
to organize it around something.
Well, you see, that is what we did like last time. So now after want to do like a little twist on it.
Also an unorganized podcast.
It's not unorganized. It's more of rambling with the flow of life.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so you're
literally
telling.
the tagline for my
So,
podcast.
so we see how Javi parses words again, changes the definitions of things. So if that's
Changes. That's what
One
it is.
giant soliloquy.
What?
So-
What did it change?
okay. See, now he's getting into the rhetorical questions
Oh,
phase.
okay.
I'm trying to. Okay.
So if there should be one takeaway from this,
Just 'cause you're
I
losing.
thought we were concluding.
I thought we were concluding too, but hey guys, if you want to
That's the course
see
of life. It's like when you think something.
if you want to see Javi and Robert word vomit this out next week, give this a like, rate,
You are
comment,
in
share,
Things in
Apple
bedroom.
Podcasts, Spotify.
and Javi has Slytherin underwear.
Yeah.
And Javi has Slytherin underwear, so why don't you Slytherin into my DMs for this podcast? Anyways, guys, this has gotten
Sending your questions.
send in your questions, comments. By the way, we have a podcast number that you can call that no one ever bothers to call because you guys hate me. But whatever. The number is 956-278-0720. 956-278-0720. Anyways, guys, it's been a hell of a night, and we're leaving. So whenever you listen to this, have a good morning, day, or night, and just keep living, and they'll be back. Let me know if you want Javi, Jacob, and Robert and Brianna to be back.
Thanks for letting me last.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
best
left
friend
the best for last. You know that, okay? So, guys, thank you for listening. Anyways, we gotta blast like Jimmy Neutron. So, bye. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.